I'm not gonna lie to you. I am styling today. I'm gonna talk to you while I denail a pile of boards and just kind of showing you some of the aches and pains that what we gotta do each time that you hit a nail. Each time you do this, man, it's like you get one step closer to the end. And stop complaining and start doing, right? A lot of different people do a lot of different things to relax, and pulling nails kind of relaxes me. I've been doing it for a long time. Season 2, episode 22. This is going to be a very unique episode. We're going to talk a lot about social media. We're going to talk about some different stuff. We're going to get into some drum stuff a little bit later on. But yeah, a lot of people want to know some of this stuff right here, and I feel like it applies. Quick sample I was working on. Literally put this thing together, and that's me on the ukulele. And so don't judge, all right? I'm just having fun. I bought for my daughter just to kind of see if she wanted to play, and it's been sitting there, so I just grabbed it and shoved it in there at Luke, and he started whamming on some chords. And then I started to practice on it. I thought, well, heck, I didn't realize that the ukulele was it's so much fun to play, and it has a unique sound, and it's kind of like a happy song. I feel like sometimes you gotta put yourself in a happy mode. I feel like a lot of people are depressed right now. They're down. They don't know which way to go, especially in their area right now. Everything's just crazy different right now. We're just everybody's just kind of locked into a new type of normal, I guess, you could say. And a lot of it's powered by social media. This is a big deal. We're going to talk about this today in this episode. Big time. Gosh, this is so much fun. Just want to say happy birthday, Luke Outlaw. He's 16 today. My boy. Yes, I'm proud of him. He's going to be driving. Oh my gosh, they grow up so fast. Man, we got a lot to talk about today on today's show. Yes, everybody likes different stuff. Well, I got a different type of episode today. Very different, and a very interesting story attached to it, Coming up on this episode of The Process. Yes, do what you love, man. Hey, welcome everybody. I want to welcome you to another episode of the Outlaw Process podcast show. I'm your host, Michael Outlaw, and today we're going to be talking about some pretty cool things. I feel like a lot of people kind of wanting to know what's kind of going on with Instagram and a lot of social media stuff. So we're going to talk about some business adventures. We're going to talk about some side hustles. We're going to talk about some drum stuff. We're going to talk about some stuff that we got going on. And first thing I want to do, I want to say thank you guys, my Patreons over there. Guys, I love you so much. You guys rock, man. I got to tell you something about this. We're going to talk more about this at the end of this episode. So right now, I feel kind of like, with TikTok and Instagram, like, I don't know if it's just, a lot of times I've been hearing a lot of people talk about like their Instagram is down right now, which is kind of weird because you would think everybody's posting now, but what it is like there's only so many people using these phones, period. All right, and TikTok is kind of coming to the equation, and they are attracting a lot of the younger audience, and they're pulling them away. And I feel like this is kind of be one of the things that, people that have started on TikTok, when it was kind of new is really benefiting right now. Just give you an example. My mom's like 75 and she's doing TikTok. This is something really that a lot of people are doing now, especially really whatever kind of hustle, whatever side hustle you may want to kind of get into. A lot of people are making a lot of money and like they're getting into like fitness. A lot of people are making a lot of money and just getting into drawing. They're starting to like work up like a Patreon page and that kind of thing. And they'll be able to start doing this full time from just posting stupid TikTok videos. And it's weird. It's crazy. And it is kind of like, and it's kind of neat too, because you're kind of starting to see some of the realness of like how things really are, I guess, especially like in my niche is kind of like a drum builder's niche, So you start to see kind of how it is really. And which, because everybody Instagram kind of come out, you kind of put your muscles on, best pictures, every picture is like, boom, immaculate, this and that. But in the grand scheme of things, it's a lot of work it takes to get to that level. A lot of work. And one of the things that I feel like is people that are really wanting to put into work right now is going to be able to benefit on that. Like, I don't know. Here lately, I'm guilty too, because I feel like I listened to a video the other day with Think Media. He was talking to Gary Vee, and he was talking about like how this is like Instagram back in 2012. So things are going to start getting a little bit more crazier on TikTok. But then after that, it's going to be a little tougher, because I can say this, we kind of rode that first little wave of Instagram, and that kind of pushed us really to a place. It probably pushed us a lot faster than we were ready to go. Let me just say that. I felt like we matured really fast, probably way too early, to be honest with you. I've learned a lot of hard lessons, and social media pushed that. It really did push that. And it's kind of weird, because some of the stupid videos are just dumb to make. And I don't know, some of the videos that I feel like, would go big on it don't. We got to look at who's using the platform. What are they using it for? To their customers, their business. So why are they signing up for it? And it's to be entertained. It's to be entertained, not to be sold to. But it's just, that's what people want to see. And I just, all right. So I just started making some TikTok videos, and I had a couple, with over 1 million views on it. Well, one over with 1 million views, but I've got some of them pretty close to it now. And just, you start seeing the attention. And that's kind of what like Gary Vee was talking about, it's like always kind of moving to where the attention is going. Like, where's the attention at? And that's where you need to kind of be doing. Because social media sales, you can sell anything, right there on social media. We've got some things that we're kind of doing right now. But, things are being kind of weird. I've got a bunch of different business endeavors, I guess what you can say. Business endeavors, things that we got going on, others like side hustles. Like, what's your side hustle? I'm building some beautiful drums right now. I got some really nice drums we're building right now. Very nice. But I'm also working on a bunch of stuff too. We've started to do like investment properties, getting into where you're investing. It's almost kind of like it's Airbnb, and it's crazy how, literally you can get somebody and you can rent their house out for $1,000 a month or $1,200 a month, and you'll make that back right there in the first week with Airbnb, because the demand is like really there. That there's a lot of people wanting to stay. They want to go places. They want to do things, experiences. So I've always kind of had an entrepreneur mentality. So I decided to, we need to start up a Airbnb and see how it happens. Because actually, what I was doing originally is I was thinking a lot of drummers coming down, and they were coming down to play some drums. So we would have a place for them to come camp out, because a lot of them had to drive so far, because we live way out in sticks, and I just kind of was like, man, I wonder what happened. So we flipped it up, and oh my gosh, it was just like do. It's crazy how fast Airbnb has taken off, and it's to the point to where we're on a third one now. So we got 3 of them going. So I've been kind of real distracted about that kind of stuff, getting a lot of stuff going there. And another side hustle thing I'm kind of working on too now, we've been for the past years, we've been doing these snare drums. We're since 2012 or before then, the different sounds and different sounds of snares, we're just collecting them from doing the samples over the years, that I'm making a snare pack. Because there's a lot of like recording, bedroom recording studios, that can't really set up a full-size bedroom in there. I mean, a full-size kit mic'd up. It's very difficult to get a clean sound, without a lot of bleed through. So a lot of times all you need is that snap. You can just drag it and drop it right into the DAW that you're working on, and you'll be able to basically have a real clean snare sound with one of the rare snares that we did. A lot of them are one-offs. There's only one, and so I'm doing that right there too. So it's kind of crazy. There's just so many things going on. But thinking about my audience is going to be different, because the people that are going to get these samples, they're not going to be the ones that are necessarily out there playing the drums. There's going to be a totally different audience. So a lot of thought has gone into this. So I'm a little distracted right now. I am. Got a lot of stuff going on, but that's what we do. We love to work, man. I'm telling you, I don't know. If you're not working, what are you going to be doing? Right? But I hate to cut this episode short. It's been real crazy this week, but I just wanted to say hey, and that I love you guys so much. And just want to say, just keep drumming and keep it out there, man, and keep doing what you're doing. And I'm going to keep updating you what's going on. Got some really cool stuff going on. Got some really cool stuff. You'll be seeing it on some of the posts that we're going to be making. But I'm excited about it, and especially excited about the Jasper guitar collaboration, man. That is going to be so freaking cool. Yeah, that's one of the drums right here. And, man, this is going to be really cool. This is going to be really cool. If you're getting into something, go all into it. Don't just dibble and dabble in it, because you're going to get distracted from the next thing that comes up, and then you're going to spend all that time not honing in a craft. I have been very dedicated to the drums, like to the point to where I'm fixing to get back into playing some more music out, so I can just keep a feel for it, So I haven't been playing with a band in a while, and Britt Saunders, he's like a local celebrity around here. He plays, and I got buddies they go and play with him all the time, and he's gonna be he's doing a birthday party. One of my best friend and my wife and my best friend are having like a dual birthday party at the same place, and it's gonna be pretty cool. And I say that because he's gonna set up there. And I was like, you know what? I got a couple drums I want to try out, And he was just like, yeah, well, come on. So he's excited, but I'm excited. But that's the thing. I feel like a lot of people need to get back into doing what they love to do and do what makes them happy. Because listen, it's crazy to know this, but life is so short, man. It can be taken from you very, very easily and fast. It's just crazy. Just, my son, he's a diabetic, and his blood sugar was like almost 800. Like he almost died like the other day. And life is short, man. Life is short, and it's definitely, it's definitely crazy. So I'm really excited about a couple things we've been working on. Another one of the topics is the custom mallets that we're doing right now, that kind of go hand in hand with kind of the samples, And here's the thing. We're making these mallets for like, when you want to get a real clean cymbal recording, like for a bedroom studio, you can just like hold that cymbal and just put your mic beside it and just make that sucker sing. But you can't just use a stick, you got to have like a soft mallet. So we've been making these little mallets right here, and it's actually going to a pretty good friend of mine. Well, and I say a pretty good friend of mine. We hadn't actually like met yet, but he's really into doing studio work. And Danny is Danny's brother, and he asked me if I wanted to build him like a really different he's doing like a lot of samples, so he's hitting it. But he needs like a little mallet, something like with a stick. So I made him got the lathe going. I turned a nice little mallet, drove a couple sticks, and I got to think like, this might be something kind of neat. Especially I'm talking about for, people that because like drums are very, very difficult to get a good, clean sound recording on. They are tough. Oh my gosh, they're tough. And a lot of the reason they're so tough is because, you're getting bleed through and the other mics. When you really want to just hear that snare clean and you want to raise it up and down, you can really have a lot more control of it with the sample. And a lot of studio musicians, a lot of times the engineers and stuff, they'll do this. They'll sample their own piece and just use that sample in their mix, because they're able to have control over it and they can bring it up and down. Because a lot of times when a musician, not all of them, but sometimes when a musician, especially a drummer's playing, and he'll hit the snare drum at different velocities, and it plays with the song too, and it's not a bad thing. Sometimes a song is good like that. I mean, there's a lot of great songs, that really, help that. So that's kind of one of them deals too. So we made this like a little stand and a mallet, and so it just would kind of help. That'd be one thing that we can possibly do to help, and so we've been working on that intensively a lot. Oh my gosh, you're talking about hours and hours and hours and hours and hours and hours on top of working. I need a break. I've been getting sick here lately, so it's been a little crazy. Before I forget, I want to remind everybody about the Outlaw Drums and Jasper Guitar collaboration. Be looking for content on those guys. They had some of this old beech wood, and it was reclaimed, and they milled it, and it was so tough. They said they're not gonna make but a couple of these. They're not gonna do them because they're just so hard to make. This wood it's hard. It was difficult for me. I had to rebuild the drum twice because I got finished with it and noticed something wasn't right with it, so I had to take it back and I redid it twice. So that really wasn't very fun to do at all. But props to everybody, man, that got their side hustle on today. I just want to give you a big high five, man, because that's hard to do. And I think it's great because my sister, she's fixing to start she's gonna be a retired nurse, and she wants to kind of get into something, so she's actually getting into making like wedding cakes. Told her she's got to make me one out of a drum. That's gonna be really cool. But there's just because you can make good money at that. But I tell you one thing, you want to make some good money. Real estate is good money right now. I've actually invested in it, and starting to be able to see some, it's a lot of work to get it set up. That's kind of like and it got me thinking, because I got a call the other day from a guy, and he was talking about how he can ramp up my, Airbnb services to get more bookings. I was like, well, dang, I'm getting pretty booked now. But apparently Airbnb has its own like Google ranking search deal. Like, so if you're on that front page of Airbnb, you can book like crazy. And then what you can do is you can actually start hosting other people booking. So you can work anywhere. You work anywhere. Literally, all you're doing is you're hosting the booking like from your phone. You just got to be there to be able to, if something goes down or, not physically there, but on the customer service pretty much is what it is. Everything's got to be real clear, mapped out, very clear instructions on how the guests come and get the key and stay at your place, and mapped out all that stuff, and a lot of descriptions, a lot of areas where I'm very weak at, to be honest with you. I definitely can't. I'm not very. Anybody knows some of the Outlaw Drums posts or whatever. A lot of the content. I mean, if it's misspelled, I wrote it. Because I'm all the time misspelling something and just, miss that detail. You ever just miss details? Miss a detail. You ever think something that was just like you knew without a shadow of a doubt this is going to be a blessing, and then found out that it wasn't? That's kind of what happened with me. And I had somebody give me this camper. Well, I bought it, and I literally thought it was going to be a blessing. I mean, yes, it was a blessing. Because literally, you can get a camper, clean it up, put a bedroom in it, and Airbnb it out, and you can make $1,000 a week on this bad boy. Put in the right location. So I was thinking, yes, it's a blessing. It's a blessing. But then you feel like after the said and done, it definitely was a curse because, oh my gosh, it took me so long to pull the nails out. And my dear friend William, he's a heck of an engineer. He is so, I mean, he can build something like the best. It'll go to the rocket ship. It would. And there was just so many nails in it that every piece that I was pulled off, just would break. And I was just like, oh, this is really getting to me now. I think I might do something else. So, long story short, I just bit the bullet and took it apart, took what I wanted off of it, and just kind of hauled it off, because it was too much work for me to put into. I mean, I got other properties that I can put that amount of work into that would be a lot beneficial. And that just kind of goes to show you too. It's like, what are you working on right now? Like, what do you currently got going on that you could possibly get somebody else to do for you, or pay somebody else to do like something that you're bad at or weak at? What are you strongest at? So that's what I'm saying. What are you strongest at? That's where you need to focus. And another thing too, do whatever you do to keep you motivated, help you keep motivated. If signing up for a course keeps you motivated to play the drums, do it. If buying a new drum keeps you motivated, do it. But I'm just saying, whatever the case is, do what makes you happy to keep you going. Sometimes you need an extra drum to get that sound. Because I'm gonna tell you, with the sound, and me and JJ, my sister's husband, we used to get together. We jam all the time. He came down from France, married my sister, and now he's a teacher at the high school. He teaches Spanish and French. Oh, he speaks like 3 languages, and we get together and we would jam. He would always say, "You got to have the sound." He's a guitar player. He's picky about that sound. Like, when you got the sound, there comes the creativity. You putting the mixtures together. You're pouring it in together. The right mixtures to be able to produce something good. That's what you do. Having the right sound does that. And that's why I'm really digging the collaboration with us and Jasper Guitars too, because some of the sounds and tones that they're getting out of their guitars right now, oh my gosh, amazing. So yeah, crazy things. I've been talking to the publicist for Neil McCoy, working out some stuff with those guys over there right now. But it's just a lot. It's a lot going on right now. And like I said, I just want to encourage everybody to stay busy, and to keep pucking along. And it's okay when you mess up. It's okay to mess up. I mean, I messed up big time like this, and I fail all the time. I do. I almost died putting this thing here apart. This thing almost fell on me. I don't know. Sometimes I'll jump so fast. I'll jump too fast without thinking things through all the way, and it'll put me into a situation where you can get really, really hurt real fast. And I gotta calm down like that. I can get help easily, but I'm doing this because I want to. I'm doing this because it gives me joy. It's relaxing. It's really relaxing. Just pulling nails, enjoying the quiet, not really. Not really having, it's just like an off day. It's just like a Saturday, and I can use all this wood too. So it's a double edged, so I can actually use it. So my thing is, find something that you can do that inspires you. What inspires you? There's a lot of different things that inspire me all the time. I get inspired. People inspire me. I'm a people person, and people inspire me. I get pumped being around other people. Some people was very dangerous for me to be around because we'll get together and do something crazy. So stay inspired and keep playing the drums. I'm gonna keep taking this wood across. This take a long time, man. Look, my hands were so sore after this. And I don't even know what I'm talking about right here, but I'm yipping and yapping about something or another. But look, leverage. You know what leverage is, right? Leverage is using the best possible thing that you can do to be able to get the maximum amount of pullback. Like that's what leverage is. People use leverage in all things. Like, what's your leverage? What's your leverage in? Some people's leverage is like it's in talking. Right now, the leverage is in they got crowbar right there on that corner. You can pull some stuff loose. Now, if I was trying to pull that up with my hands, that'd be a no-go. But use leverage. Use what area are you currently into? You know, look. And another thing too, I know we was talking about like social media stuff. So YouTube Shorts right now, man, are really going big too. So it's the same style of content, kind of, that you can use for TikTok. Look, TikTok, I'm gonna tell you, man, it get underestimated a lot, but people, young generations are using it, old generations are using it, and it's gonna be very bad. I've sold a lot of drums from TikTok. I have. Not only that, I've met a lot of really cool people too. So. And like I said, you don't have to pay for no advertising. You know, like with Facebook and Instagram now, you got to pay for all that stuff. And I'm just so disappointed with Instagram right now. I just don't even like posting on it right now. I got to get back to it. But Instagram is just, it's kind of weird because you could spend all that time and all those years developing a following, and then they're only going to post your content to maybe 5% of the people. They say 10, but maybe 5. You know, 5% of those people will see your content, and the other, you know, the rest of them you got to pay for. People that you already engaged for. So a lot of the things what I'm doing now is I started doing a newsletter, an email newsletter that kind of keeps people up to date. You know, that's kind of what we're doing. So these platforms, you know, they want you to basically post a lot of content, and I just ain't got time to post 5 or 6 times a day. I don't. You know, I got a lot going on, but you know, so this is one of my things. There's my ladder. I finally got to it. I've been looking for that ladder because when this building fell, it almost, it, it it's a tough ladder too. I had to try it out here. um, it almost got me. It almost got me. But you know, I'm back. I'm back, and let's make some music, guys. Let's make some music. I want to hear your songs. Leave me a comment here, guys. Let me know if this podcast is bringing any kind of value to you whatsoever, shape, or form. Let me know what you want to hear. I always love hearing from you guys so much, and I just want to say thank you again to our Patreons. I love you guys. You're amazing. Big shout out to Jasper Guitars. We're getting ready to do some big things, collaboration with some really cool guitars. You're going to see some of this stuff here, and I'm super excited to get these things together. So till next time, I love you guys. Peace.